Good morning, everybody. It is time for a new pattern. Oops, I'm supposed to be at the home page. Okay, patterncollections.com is where you want to be. And of course, want to remind you that you can donate using this PayPal button. If my machine will turn pages here, hang on a second. Right there, it donates via PayPal. You can also donate using a debit or credit card. And if you have $5, $10, $20 extra this month to give it, you know, a little bit of something to the website to help the website stay running, I would appreciate it. You can make it a monthly donation, and if you need to do some other amount, if you only have $2, you know, put in $2. If you have $50, God bless you, and put that in. Whatever you have, anything will help. And this does not go to me. I've not been asked to make these please, but it just helps to make this website, with the thousands of patterns that are on here and this resource, still available free to everyone. So if you are able to do a little bit of helping out with that, that would be awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. That's the point of this, is to help it to be free to everyone. Pattern Focus is where you want to go to find the patterns that I've been following. We're going to be down here. Where are we going? We're going to Duo Leaf. This one here, you can see that Duo Leaf one has Duo Leaf Reverse, and Duo Leaf Twisted. They're all basically the same grid seed pattern, just turned different directions. So I'm just going to do the regular Duo Leaf, but then the additional challenge is to apply it to a warped grid. And if you don't know how to do a warped grid, you can click right here and it will take you to the page that shows you a variety of warped grids that you could use. I'm just going to draw my own. So I'm just going to click on Duo Leaf, if it will go there. And it's this pattern here. Get it nice and big here for you. Let me adjust my, wrong direction. Let me get a little bit, zoom it in a little bit more so I'm more comfortable holding my pen. So they're all using just this one, all those variations are using this one, just one square and turning it different directions. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a grid. Second thing we're going to do is make a teardroppy shape going up into the corner, angled. And then we're going to do another teardroppy shape nestled in right underneath it, a little bit smaller one. And then the next thing we're going to do is do a circle in the other empty corner there. And it should look like that. That's the pattern. I really like what they did here in this variation. I really like something like that, or like that. See how on this one, even the grid, they didn't do all the squares. They just did some of them. I really quite like that. Here's another variation here. There's all sorts of things you could do with it. And then if you turn this one square different directions, depending on how you turn it, it will make the pattern look different. So I think let's just get started. Let's get ourselves a warped grid and play with this. I'm actually thinking, let me turn on my light. Excuse me. That will get rid of all those shadows. I'm thinking of doing it on a black piece of paper today, which is different. I don't know if I would normally have chosen a black piece of paper for this particular pattern, but I don't know, I'm just feeling it today. So that's what I'm going to do. So in order to do a warped grid, first thing I want to do is I do want to make myself a little border so that I don't get too close to the edge, because I don't like that. But some people like to bring their artwork all the way to the edge of the page, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to do what I do. I like to leave myself a little border. And you might not be able to see this because I can barely see it unless I tilt my paper into just the right light. But you can see where I've made a border. And then I'm going to make my grid kind of come up and have a little bit of a S curve to it. I think that would be fun. Okay, so instead of going straight across, I've made sort of an S curve like that. And then I'm going to do that going the other direction. Kind of an S curve. They're not all going to be the same width or anything. That's okay, because we're on a warped grid. Okay, so now I'm going to tilt that so you can maybe see it. Okay, now there's a variety of different kinds of warped grids you can do. You can do them like radiating out from one side. You can do them all just more just crooked. You know, they can still be straight lines, but have them straight going this way and then straight going this way. There's a variety of warped grids, but this is the one I chose to do today. And then what I'm going to do is going to just get my white pen. I don't know which, actually, you know what? I'm wondering if maybe I want to do a different color than white. I do have these pens that will probably work on black. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to turn my paper over and I'm just going to give it a little test to see how well this pen is working. Not very. As you can see, not working very well. There it goes. Now this one's yellow. I try that. Or I could try purple. Well, that's kind of fun. I don't know if you can see that it's purple though. Can you tell that it's purple? Kind of. Get that started. Problem with some of these gel type pens is that they dry up easy, and the tips, you really have to kind of prime them to get them to go. So the purple wouldn't be too bad. It's drawing pretty well. And then I have a light blue. These are all Sakura Decories pens. Can you see that? There. Sakura Decories. And I don't remember where I got them. Somebody I'm sure is going to ask, but it's a possibility they came from Jet Pens. I think so, but I'm not sure. You just have to Google them. I don't think I got them from Amazon, but I could have. What do you think? That's basically the shape that we're going to be drawing. You really can't tell that it's not white. Because here's my white Decories. Well, I guess you can. You can tell a difference in color, can't you? I don't know. It's very subtle. I think the blue one was the best for just drawing. as far as the way the pen drew, so I'm going to use the blue one. So then I'm just going to draw. I think I might even just draw randomly. I might not use every square on this grid like they did in the sample. I kind of like that. And I think I might randomly turn my paper. So I'm just going to start. I have to angle myself in a direction so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to start with one of them. One square here. And then here. And then do that little circle thing like that. Okay, so that's in one square. Can you see that? Okay. And then I think I'm going to turn my page and I'm going to randomly do this shape. In a variety of squares. Going different directions. Maybe I'll do one there, and then I'll do one here. Like that. And then I'll turn one this way again. And maybe I'll do it here. Going, well, maybe I'll do it this way. That, and maybe one here going this way. This is a fun shape, easy to do. You can see how if you, depending on how you change the pattern, like if you did all the tips together, it would make one sort of pattern. If you did all of these together, it would make another sort of a pattern. Oh bother, that's not, I didn't see well. Okay, well that's all right. Yeah, I didn't see well with that one. So I didn't start in the right place. I didn't start at a corner. But you know what? You won't probably notice by the time I'm done with all of these shapes. I want one going this way. Can you see them in the grid? There. I'm just doing them different directions. Absolutely not the way this pattern is shown. It's okay. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to follow the pattern exactly. I am doing that pattern inside my little shape exactly. Pen's not drawing very well right now. Let's see. Do I have a scrap piece of paper? Come over here on a scrap piece of paper and give it a little scribble. Get the ink flowing again. Maybe one here. Like that. And shall I fill the whole thing? Now I'm thinking I want to fill the whole thing. I was going to skip some of these in the middle, but now I'm actually feeling more like I should put them full. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. So how are you guys doing? How are you holding up with this extended lockdown? I'm assuming that you're still in lockdown because last I heard it was extended to the end of May, so for at least most of us. Yeah, fun, huh? I'm still going to work, still feeling fine. I haven't been anywhere else though. I've been really good about I come home and I go to work. That's it. I have not been out in the world anywhere else, which really feels kind of strange. I think I want to go this way. But really, how are you guys doing? Let me know. Tell me about it in the comments. Are you going completely crazy? Are you just enjoying life? Believe it or not, at the end of the month was when I had a vacation scheduled because I was going to go to my niece's wedding, but that's been now postponed. For obvious reasons, but I think I'm still going to take my vacation because I'm exhausted from work. I've been working so many more hours than what I normally would work, and it's just been very difficult. So I think I am going to just take my vacation anyway and actually stay home. Which is probably opposite what everybody else wants to do at this point. You guys probably all want to go out. And if by the time at the end of the month, actually it's the last 2 days of this month, and then, the first week of June is when I actually am supposed to take this vacation. And if we're out of lockdown by then, maybe we will go somewhere. Probably just local though. I was hoping to take a cruise, but that probably ain't gonna happen. And I know there's so many people, don't go on a cruise ship. I'm not afraid of the cruise ship. I'm just not. I think part of it, I don't think it's the cruise line's fault that airborne type diseases kind of are easily transmitted on a cruise ship. I don't think it's the cruise ship's fault. It's just that, people are in close quarters on a cruise ship. I think I want to do one more here. Okay, I like the way that's kind of randomly come out. It looks cool. So, what do I want to do though? That's my question. How do I want to embellish this? I don't want to just leave it like this. I think I'm going to do kind of like the sample and make it sort of a 3D sort of effect by making an aura. Like this. Like that. Does it work for being opposite? Not really. Interesting. That's all right. We're going to do that anyway. Like that. Kind of works. It's just like in the negative. So that's interesting. Just make them all the same. And I think maybe I might shade with a white pencil. Be careful where I go so I don't put my hand in it, because the pen stays wet a little longer than the regular pens that I use. I have to remember that, not to smudge myself. Stay away from the wet ink. So should I answer a question? Probably. Let's answer a question out of my book here. Let's see, where was we last? That English number 1, right? Did we do the parents' history? Yes, I think we did. Famous parents. Okay, so next question would be, if you could receive one small package at this very moment, who would it be from and what would be in it? If I could receive a package right at this moment, it would be from my best friend, and you know, she knows me very well. It would be, if money's no object, I'm going to assume that money's no object on this particular gift, because she wouldn't be able to afford this, but I would surely love to have one of those big sets of Prismacolor pencils. I would love that. You know, that 170 set or whatever it is. I would love those. And she would be the kind of person who would gift that sort of thing to me, because she is also very artsy. She is an art teacher, as a matter of fact, at the elementary school level. And she's very fun and she's very creative. And if she had that kind of money, absolutely she would have so much fun buying me a gift of that sort. Just trying to do it so I don't put my hand in there. I'm trying to remember it's got to go that way. So all my extra layers are all going the same direction. Although I could also say I wish I had, from my husband, a big box of See's candy, because I missed it. Well, I couldn't have my candy for Easter. I was very sad. Not the candy place's fault that they're closed. And their stuff is so date sensitive. They're very fresh. And since their stores had to close and they had all this stock sitting in the stores and they didn't want it to go bad, they did donate like thousands of pounds of candy to shelters, hospitals, all sorts of places, which was really cool. I was glad to see that it didn't go to waste. But I was also very sad that I didn't get to have my own. That would have been nice. Okay, let's see. It doesn't look quite the same in white as it does in black, but still fun. Still fun. I like it. I need to go here. And you know, I usually erase the grid, but because it's on the black, you really don't even see it, so I don't think I'm going to bother. So this might satisfy my drawing on black for a while. It is difficult. It's definitely a little more of a challenge to add the white gel pen to it, because, or the lighter color gel pen, just because this pen it's just not the same as drawing with my fine liner. And I find the fine liner much easier to control. You have to be very light-handed with these. If you press too hard, nothing comes out of the end. So, there's that. One more little spot. Okay, so there's that. Do I want to do a little shading? I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of something in the background, but I'm wondering if I don't think I want white. Maybe I'll take one of my metallic colored pencils. Let me see what this looks like on this paper. Well, that might be interesting. That's gold. That's sort of blue. It kind of, no, that disappears. Don't like that. What color did I draw with? Hard to tell. It was the blue, huh? Maybe green will go. No, no. Rose color? Ooh, that stands out nice. So should I do a rose color or the gold? Try over here next to this little, just so I can see the difference. That. Or this. Would help if I was drawing with the end that was sharpened, wouldn't it? I actually think the pink, this kind of pinky purple, whatever this is, I'm going to try that. I'm going to start middle. And I'm just going to color like the background between these guys, just to give it something else. Just a little something. Okay, let me do another question while I'm coloring. If you could own one painting from any collection in the world, but were not allowed to sell it, which work of art would you select? Wow, just one? I think if I wanted one work of art like hanging over my fireplace or in my bedroom, I think I would love to have a Monet, like one of the garden lilies, water lily type series ones. I think that would look absolutely awesome. My bedroom is decorated in sort of a blue, calming blue, spa-like color, blues and browns. And I think I would like a Monet. Am I setting my goals too high? Well, it's said I could just have it and not sell it, so I think that's what I want. I want a Monet. There was a like one of those sip and paint classes once that I really wanted to go to, where you painted a Monet-like painting, but somehow we never went. It was a long class. It was like a 6-hour class or something, and we could never. And of course, it was like double or triple the price that a regular paint and sip would normally be. And I imagine it would have very few students in it because it's, you know, pricey. But I really wanted to try that sort of loose impressionistic painting style. I really wanted to give that a go. But somehow we never made it. My BFF and I. Most of it had to do with my work schedule. These classes, the long ones, were on a weekend, and I just didn't have a weekend free. I was working all the time. Still working all the time. Although my weekends seem to be freeing up, which is pretty dang awesome. I have a new operating manager, and he really wants me to be there during the week when he's there. It's sort of a selfish thing on his part, I think. And so he asked me, he says, you don't mind if you just work Monday through Friday, do you? Oh, no. I don't mind. I've never worked just Monday through Friday, ever. In 30 some years, I've always worked at least one weekend day, if not both weekend days. And then I started asking to, requesting to be off on Sundays. At first I couldn't request to be off on Sundays because my job classification, what I was doing, our tasks, it was just required that I'd be there on Sunday. But then that job classification disappeared. That particular position, it's not there anymore. We don't do that anymore. And because of that, then I went to being just sort of randomly, everybody worked at least one weekend day. And so then I asked, if I have to work a weekend day, can I work Saturdays so that I can have Sundays free to go to church? So for the most part, I don't have to work on Sundays. Every so often I will. About once every 2 to 3 months, I'll have to work on a Sunday. So it's kind of nice. I haven't worked a Sunday in a while. I will have to work one next week. I have to work a Sunday. But since we're on lockdown and we're not going to church, I can listen to the church service online at any time. I don't have to be there on Sunday morning at the hour that the church service is. So I don't know if this is really helping any or not, but I want to get it all. I don't want to leave it half done, so I think it is. I think it's giving it just a slight pop of color, and then I think when I turn it in the light, I will really be able to see it. Okay, I think I've gone all the way around. It's kind of hard to see it. If I wiggle my head just right, I can see it better. Okay, so now I think I need to sign it and put the name on it, and I forgot to do that. This is Duo Leaf. I'll sign it in here somewhere. Where's a spot that I haven't, not dark? I'll put it up here. Does it have a dash? No. I'll just call it Duo Leaf. That's good enough. Okay. Now, let's wiggle it. See if you see any of that You see the purple? I made it darker in the center and kind of made it feather out at the edges. I don't know. It's interesting. It'll do. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Wow, I drew much longer than I thought I was. It was the coloring. Coloring does that all the time. Yeah, I will just get lost in the coloring. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Apparently it was just Mother's Day. You will have seen this. Mother's Day would have been yesterday. And I still wouldn't have gotten my See's candy. Very sad. But maybe my husband will make more of those, whatever he made before. It wasn't See's candy. It wasn't butterscotch square. But it was tasty and I ate the whole batch. So he could make more of that. He could do that for Mother's Day. I will let him. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Do something nice for someone today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Wednesday. We will be doing OG Grid. And then we're going to be challenging myself on Paradox Twisted. I'm doing it to myself. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.